Welcome back to Kingdom Hearts. We're on part 14, not Kingdom Hearts 14, coincidentally of which there are.
Yeah, and sorry, that sigh was not to you. That sigh was getting that, which I'm glad. And
I just realized something.
What's up?
14 and a half Kingdom Hearts games.
The taser! It's the taser!
that. Also, I'm doing this now because they usually only appear like this in a group of 3. And I want to try and get the stop arts because, again, if I do enough of these, I'll be able to get a cool little wand for Donald. But in case I need more, however, I need mana because stop takes 2. Not the clam.
Can I just interrupt real quick? Because I just thought of we did that whole 14 and a half games, and I did the teaser. Now I'm just imagining say they do announce a new Kingdom Hearts game. You just see Goofy in front of a giant media player, KH4.
Oh, it's a Final Mix enemy.
KH4.
Yeah, this is actually a Final Mix. This is actually a Final Mix enemy.
He was just dancing. Why?
Yes, but because this is actually part of the minigame, and this is better if you have Stopka. But basically, what happens there is that is a Final Mix variant enemy that is needed if you want to go for Ultimate Weapon. Which spoilers, I'm not going for because they really made it a lot more difficult in Final Mix. You have to fight specific enemies at specific intervals, and to get the most out of that enemy, you need to cast Stopka, and the idea is to deal as many hits to it while it is frozen as you possibly can.
Okay.
I have.
Yes, Steve.
Sorry, just one last thing regarding to the whole comparing that to the Paul Rudd shorts. Let's say for the sake of argument, even Mickey, Donald, and Goofy are completely unaware of what's going on in the story. So it'd be so you've never actually seen the script? Well, I see the script every night.
Every night in my dreams.
If Goofy was the actual master, I mean, there's already plenty of insane enough as it is. There's plenty of fan theories that Goofy's the mastermind behind everything anyway.
Two really quick things. One, I just realized, has anybody ever has Disney ever suggested, hey, Paul Ruddish, how about you get Paul Rudd into one of your videos? Having Paul Rudd in a Paul Ruddish
Are you Paul Rudd? Are you Paul Rudd? Nah, I'm Paul Rudd-ish.
Exactly. And then, second...
Anyway, running away, because we have plot.
Run away! They're too much!
Wow. Oop.
Oh!
Oh my.
Zap! Daddy
Whoa.
dearest.
Well, with an attack like that, who needs a Keyblade?
And I do believe they got Triton's actor for this.
Yeah,
I don't think it's this... Oh.
I thought Kenneth Mars passed away, before...
Hold on, let me look it up.
Okay, well, this game came out in 2002.
Kingdom...
I could be wrong.
No, not Kongdom. I don't want Kongdom.
Man, it's just...
So it's a good impression.
It sounds like Kenneth Mars.
Honestly, I just realized, next year, this whole game literally is going to turn 20.
Oh, gee.
Don't ask about his father!
Just
don't
as
ask
old
about
as
the
King
other
Triton.
10. Yeah, don't ask about the other daughters. We don't know where they are.
Yes, it was Kenneth Mars.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
So he
wow.
was still around for this.
So I'm guessing this was one of the last things he did before he passed.
I think so.
The one character I think of when I think of Kenneth Mars is Grandpa Longneck.
Oh, that's right. They're the same actor.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
And also, as we're seeing here,
That explains why I recognize
Goofy decided... Also, I'm going to throw this out there. Goofy and Donald are the ones who are always saying, no meddling, and Goofy's the one who actually, blabbed about it.
To be fair, I think they pretty much gave up on that, halfway through this game.
Yeah, I mean, because it's so limiting otherwise, so...
Anyway,
I will say, the more I stop and think about it, I feel like the whole meddling subplot would have been far more interesting if they kind of fine-tuned it a little better. Say, for example, it's only really counted as meddling if there's no Heartless involved.
I could see that, yeah.
Because by that point, no, you kind of need Sora to be there on the scene, otherwise... What's even
Right, otherwise the Heartless are meddling. Are you just supposed to leave them to their fate otherwise?
Right.
So I guess that I will argue though that it was initially making sense because if you recall in the Alice in Wonderland world, he almost intruded upon a court with zero Heartless involved until he heard that Heartless were involved.
Right.
And there was, but yeah, I agree with you. The idea is that it's just supposed to be a balance and check of power. Don't interfere with normal people. And as we're seeing here, King Triton's making the common misconception of like, he thinks that the key, whoever wields the Keyblade is bringing the destruction. He doesn't realize that they're the ones trying to save it yet.
Right.
So he's trying to protect the keyhole at all times. Anyway,
Cue the
we're
plot.
just gonna head out.
Cue the plot to Kingdom Hearts 11. Or not Kingdom. Sorry.
Yeah.
Fuck. Sorry. I meant Dragon Quest 11.
Whoops.
There you go.
Also, I
That's
said
right. That's right, because you're the angel. I like that game where you're the angels and stuff.
that's Dragon Quest 9.
That was Sentinel Stars. Oh.
Yeah.
That's right.
Dragon Quest 11 it is like that's the most recent one.
Nice.
Also, I sent
Well.
you something, Jordy.
Oh,
Well,
I
while you're
saw
doing
it.
that-
It was great. I love it.
What was it?
But while you guys are doing that,
It's in the
I will
recordings,
say,
Jack.
Yeah,
oh,
take
it's
a
a cool
look.
little license plate cover. More on that
Yeah.
later. While we're here in
Thingamajiggs.
So while we're here in Ariel's Grotto, I will now
Oh.
say, James, did you have any experiences with Little Mermaid in particular?
Not too extensively. Like, I'd say out of all the Disney movies back in the day, like, that's like the one I barely had much exposure to, that and Aladdin. But I that more or less changed once I started binging the Disney movies thanks to Disney Plus. And man, I wish I saw these movies in full sooner.
I do apologize. I'm really sorry, but that fin on the back of Sora, all I can imagine now is going, "Hey, look, I'm a shark." I think it's more dolphin. Shark.
Dolphin.
Shark.
Dolphin!
So yeah, from what I immediately remember, Kingdom Hearts 1's take on Atlantica is more or less an original story. Not much. Like, it isn't until Kingdom Hearts 2 where they try to dive deeper with the stuff that happened in the movie.
Yeah. As opposed to Kingdom Hearts 2, where it just is the movie.
Yep. Right down to... Actually, that does remind me. That, I would argue, is technically a case of Sora and Donald and Goofy literally meddling, because there's no Heartless in Atlantica in that game.
Oh my god, you're right. Yeah, and they fortunately dropped that whole meddling plot before they realized it was gonna get nice toy page.
Didn't they try to re-acknowledge it with Kingdom Hearts 3, though? Or at least
Yeah,
one
they
of the
did,
games?
though they didn't really do a whole lot of it.
They did it once, and I think it was with maybe Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know. It was something, but it was
I
like...
thought it was with Toy Story.
Oh, hey, Flotsam.
Oh.
Hey, Jetsam. But either way, it's like I feel like they're trying to avoid it because they realize how complicated it is to try and write around that. Just have fun with it. Like how Ursula's actress is like, everyone talks about James Woods with Hades, but nobody talks about like how much
Pat
fun
Carroll.
I think Ursula's actress has with playing Ursula.
Oh yeah,
not
Pat
only-
Carroll is just
I mean,
an
not
absolute
only
gem.
Ursula, not only Ursula, but Morgana too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. And yeah, no, playing villains are fun.
It is fun. I love it.
I really wish I could do it more often, but I can't find a villain that would fit my voice type.
I'm
Oh,
sure we
also,
can find
the-
someone. We just have to keep digging hard enough.
Also, we're hanging on to this dolphin, so I can show that off, and because we're going to need to actually require that. Also, color-coded clams require certain spells to open them. That's about it. Hype, your thoughts with Little Mermaid?
I feel like out of all the Renaissance movies, it's the one I've seen the least of. I do like it, but I'm a little hard-pressed to say it's really one of my favorites. Like I think the story's really interesting, and I'm kind of hit or miss when it comes to the songs. Like, Poor Unfortunate Soul is just a jam. Like, that is just objective true. That is a great song.
Awesome, got it.
I
Remember
like
when
his-
Riding this dolphin.
Yes?
Remember
Oh,
when?
sorry, I was just...
Sorry.
There we go. I was saying we rode that dolphin so that we could get here because we do not have an ability. So we're going to this famous intro scene place, the sunken ship.
But
I was
anyway,
gonna-
I was... Yes.
Sorry. I didn't know you weren't finished, Steve. Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, as far as, like, the rest of the songs go, like, I do like Poor Unfortunate Soul. Kiss the Girl I thought was a nice song. I
Chest.
barely remember the Chef's song. Not the biggest fan
Oh, hello.
of...
I
of-
completely forgot the chef song existed.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Les
Les
Poissons.
Yeah, it's like... yeah, like, that one I barely remember. Controversial take, not the biggest fan of Under the Sea.
I
It's
don't
an
blame you,
earworm song.
honestly.
It's pretty overrated.
I don't mind
Not
it.
to
I mean,
mention some
okay,
of the lyrics are a little controversial.
Yeah.
I also think I don't. I also don't think we even
One
mentioned
that I
it. This-
do also really like, Part of Your World.
Oh yes,
another
that's
good
a
one, and-
classic.
Oh boy.
Yeah, part of your world.
Also, don't think we even mentioned it yet, but yeah, This is World 1 of, it's happened a couple times, but this is one of the, I think one of the first times that we hear Shimomura, like, actually, like, basically doing a little instrumental cover of an existing song.
I believe so, yeah.
Oh
you're
yeah,
right.
So I don't think
I was gonna bring up.
because yeah,
Remember when
Yeah,
Jonathan
what-
Freeman sang that melody of all the villain songs, and he started with "Poor Unfortunate Souls"?
Yeah, that was a fun
Yeah,
thing.
you're sharp.
It's like, and
Oh,
I
hang
love
on.
the
Jump
comics.
Or something.
Like
yep,
he
so
did
this
it
is your
to
reward
promote.
for fighting him.
Excuse me.
I was saying that the shark drops items. So that's your reward for fighting him.
But it's like I
'Cause
remember.
you can just run.
Like I remember, like he did that to promote the Aladdin Broadway musical because he actually played Jafar in that.
He
and
did.
I love
That's
like,
right.
and I love one of the top comments someone made of that whole melody where it's like Jafar doesn't have a villain song. He doesn't have a villain song, but that's okay. He took everyone else's.
To
Can I open this?
be fair, he does have a villain song, and it's one of my favorites,
Yeah.
even if it is a reprise of a different song in
Yeah.
in Aladdin.
I know
Right,
he was
however-
originally
one.
going. I know he was originally going to have one, but they got rid of it.
Yeah, but to be fair, I do love the mocking reprise of Prince Ali. I will forever hold the remake in disdain for getting rid of that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So put that on, and this may be able to show us what the keyhole was.
Any second. Oh,
Oop.
busted.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that was
Dang
the
it.
summon angry daddy switch.
Sebastian. I'm gonna cook him later.
Yeah,
His
Sebastian.
face right there.
I think we forget that Sebastian is like a worse Zazu.
Oh my god.
I mean, he did come before.
Tell me
so
I'm not
right.
wrong.
No, you're so right. He is just a worse Zazu.
Like worse in what sense?
I'm going. Like Zazu, he at least kept something secret from like Simba's dad and all that, from
Mufasa.
Mufasa to protect Simba. Like Sebastian's just a fucking rat. He's just a rat bastard.
He is a snitch.
Well, to
He's
be fair,
Randall
when your
from
boss
Recess.
is Poseidon, the god of the ocean, you kind of have no choice.
Yeah, but
That's
to
fair.
be fair, to Zazu, his boss is Poseidon, is Triton, king of the ocean, because his boss can literally
Mufasa
fucking
cannot.
eat him.
Mufasa cannot zap lightning at you that just disintegrates you from the chest.
Yeah, but
up.
Mufasa can fucking eat you in one bite.
Mufasa
Now I
can't
just suddenly
fly.
have this. Now I just suddenly have this dumb image in my head where, for the sake of treason, like he literally was about to zap Sebastian, but instead turns him into a little boy.
Oops,
Oh.
I had it set to the real boy ending.
Oh yeah.
and of course now akin a little bit to the plot of the movie, we have them planting the old suggestion. It wasn't. What would you call it?
Seed
It's
of
just
suggestion.
manipulation. That it's just manipulation. They're playing.
Which,
that.
now that I thought, like looking back on it in hindsight, it's like since Ursula and her little poopsies pulled this shit on her once before, how'd you get suckered into doing it again for the sequel?
I
Like,
don't know.
That's as bad as freaking Knuckles literally falling for Eggman's ploy a second time.
Wait a minute. Does she recognize like Sora in the sequel or anything?
Yeah. Oh no,
Okay.
it is outright like confirmed to be taking place after the events of this game.
Okay.
Which also, spoilers, makes you wonder how the hell is Ursula alive again? There's a lot. The second game was weird. In any case, they're doing the whole manipulation trick.
Oops.
I wonder if the actors are redoing their lines, or if they just decided to go, you know what? Let's just fucking take the dialogue from the movie. Just fuck it.
I think
I
the
think
only
they're
time,
redoing it.
yeah, like I think the
A
only
little
time
bit.
they ever really did that was for Mufasa during that one flashback in 2.
Mufasa and also Rafiki. Because
That's right. Yeah. They,
Yeah, for,
they
for
did
the
take
one
that.
line he had.
Yeah, the king has returned. They did take that one. Ah well. So in any case, we're on our way.
Well, it has
now
to
we're
be
trying.
one of the-
This.
I will say it has to be one of the easiest paychecks for Ursula's actress, because literally she just has to practically reread all of her lines with a couple like different changes.
I mean, that's again. I like this idea. Also, maybe you should, Triton. There's other places to hide things than beneath the front door mat. It's like that is the equivalent of the don't worry, Sebastian. I have the Triton stored away in a secret place where no one,
Let me guess.
not even
It's at
Ursula,
home,
will
under
ever
your
think to go
mattress.
for. Curse you, Sebastian! As he's like swims off.
Swims right back home to a golden penis.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
co-
I
the
forgot. I know,
VHS
I
cover.
know what you're talking about.
So we talk about that. Matt, your thoughts on Little Mermaid as we're seeing this tragic scene unfold?
Nice going, Ariel.
Wow, just jump to the end of the movie, why don't we?
More or less. Yeah. Go ahead.
You know what? I like it. Beautifully animated. It is great. Not one of my favorite Disney movies, but I understand why people love it.
It's great to watch just from a historical standpoint, just to see how like the massive jump in quality between that movie and like the others before it.
Oh yeah, no.
What? Oh, the Keel's not here.
Oh.
Also, alright, someone's had to say it. I'm gonna say it. I think Prince Eric is my favorite of the princes.
He's the only.
I agree.
To
I
be
do
fair,
like Prince Eric.
wait, of just the Renaissance era, or
He
of
actually
all of
does
them?
shit.
Or
Well,
just
I'll-
Disney princes in general, because a lot of them are very fucking.
I'm
weird.
going. I'm going to.
But I was going to, and I think Matt's going where I'm going to is I was going to argue he's not the only prince who does shit because the dude from Sleeping Beauty also did quite a lot.
I was just about to bring him up. Prince Philip
Yeah.
is a close second for me.
Prince Philip is good.
And-
I was mostly thinking Naveen and
Naveen's also really good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I have
then
not
Naveen.
seen Princess and the Frog.
it's he.
Oh, we're gonna have
great,
to
I
change
love it.
that, sus.
Yes, and also Flynn Rider because.
Oh, Flynn Rider! Oh
yeah,
my god, how
'cause
could I forget Flynn Rider?
Fun fact,
Does
he
Flynn
is
really
a
count?
prince.
He's not a prince?
Yes,
Oh.
he
He
is.
is?
The show confirms he is a prince. And the show is canon. And the show is
okay.
really fucking good. Watch the show.
No,
Alright,
I
need
think
to watch that.
Isn't
But-
his real name Eugene though?
Yes,
It is
Eugene
Eugene.
Fitzherbert.
Prince Eugene. But anyway, and maybe that's why maybe that was the kind of reason why he kept trying to hide his name and change his name is because he didn't want
Yes.
people to recognize
yeah,
him. I
like
don't know.
isn't that what they said in the movie?
So what
No,
it,
well,
what
no,
it,
well, not the reason why. He just said he didn't like. His
no,
name
what it
and
is in the
continue.
movie is that there is a character within the world called Flynn Rider. He has a very popular novel series. He took the name because he
Oh,
hated
yeah.
his actual name.
Right, and that's
Yeah.
it. And we never knew that was also because of him being a prince. and stuff.
No, he didn't even know.
I
he's
gotta
a
watch
prince.
more of the show.
It's a
Oh,
really
is the
good
sh-
show.
Oh, by the way, we just talked over a lot of stuff. I'm so sorry. So basically, we swam back to where the sunken ship was. Pick up the item store. Pick up the goddamn. Thank you. We went back to the sunken ship, and we went back to Ursula's place. Her boss fight here is going to be a little tricky. It involves a lot of magic usage to basically like. It's almost like you're countering her magic with your own to try and stun her and build an opportunity to fight her. And I will say that it's not my favorite fight. And then there's these things.
Oh,
I'm
that's
sorry.
I will definitely say one thing regarding the Little Mermaid movie. It's like knowing the context behind those things is kind of fun.
Oh yeah, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Sad.
By the way, I'm sorry. You mentioning the whole like countering our magic with her magic or her magic with our magic. I'm just reminded of one of my favorite Critical Role, the YouTube like the bunch of voice actors playing Dungeons and Dragons. There's a spell called Counterspell, where if you want somebody to not use a spell, you counterspell it. Recently, like I want to say a month ago, there is a 3 times counterspell. Whereas, like, basically,
the way Dom's built that.
anyway,
It's right away.
there-
So if it's blue, you want to cast Blizzard back at it and try and aim it so that you aim a projectile at Ursula, and that's it. That's the fight. Just stun her and then whack her.
But yeah, I just realized there's like this one moment where they counterspell basically 3 times in one go. So it's like he's going to cast slow. Okay, I want to counterspell that. Well, they're going to counterspell your counterspell. Well, I'm going to counterspell their counterspell.
Countering my spell. Counterspell. Okay.
Yeah, basically.
I need to probably watch that later. So
Sorry.
yeah, you're fine. It's just
Now
oh,
you know.
and,
Now you know why Smash matches involving counterers kind of devolves into madness after a while.
They really do.
And the
really
moral of
do.
the story is, Sakurai, stop giving so many double damn counter moves to characters.
I like the counter
It's
moves.
games though. Yeah, but you can't have it. Oh, there we go. So right there, we dealt enough magic to the cauldron to like basically create a giant backfire, and that's our big opportunity to like get some good attacks in on her without her doing her weird ha 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 spin attack.
Yeah.
So-
Also, if I can go back real quick on the subject of Disney princes, I felt
for it.
like they redeemed Cinderella's prince in the third sequel.
Oh
I think
yeah,
so.
that's
Well,
right.
in a sense of he actually does things in that movie.
And gave him a character.
That's what I mean.
I am not letting you down. Take one more
oh,
step
you know who I
down
think
these
is an underrated
stairs.
character in the Cinderella sequel?
Okay.
Who?
Specifically the second one,
What?
Anastasia.
Oh yeah.
One of the stepsisters, yeah.
Actually,
Although I
both in that one and the third one.
Ariel?
Yeah,
Although
except what
got
the
it.
hell happened to the baker in the third one? I mean, come on, Anastasia had a happy ending. Why change it?
I guess
Although
they didn't
that-
make it canon.
Probably
Damn it.
not. Which
I
is
mean, to be
weird
fair,
because
good.
it's weird that we make that accusation because if I'm not mistaken, there actually were like a handful of characters from the second movie that returned in the third movie.
Oh yeah, like Prudence.
Oh yeah.
I thought that they
I couldn't stop her.
didn't they continue. her
Ah, it's so
arc-
close.
What'd
Sorry,
you
I'm
say,
just
Matt?
like, darn,
Wait,
we're
what
so
now?
close. Oh, jeez.
Didn't they continue Anastasia's arc into the third movie though, and like she eventually? I know the guy didn't show up, but they at least did reference him in that third movie. So, like, from what I remember, because
I don't
her-
remember. I'll have to rewatch it.
Yeah.
But all I'll say is that like first off, just going back to the
Nice.
conversation of Disney princes,
Oh, we did it.
There's
Ooh.
yes.
That was
Go
it. We did
That
it.
was
We
it. Go
did it.
ahead.
Fight's over, and
Okay.
Flotsam and Jetsam, we're gonna, kill them.
But yeah,
Goodbye,
they'll-
Poopsies.
They'll be back.
But just going back to the topic of Disney princes, there's two that I feel like should have not gone unmentioned. One of them is serious and the other's a joke. The first one that's serious is, I'm not sure if he's technically a prince, but considering his relationship to the main character, he might as well be. Shang, or... What's that his name
Oh,
from?
yeah, Shang,
Oh,
yeah.
the general.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Li Shang.
he's good.
And then, of course, we
And,
can't forget probably the best and most well-developed of all the princes, Pacha.
He is technically the leader of a village.
No, Pacha is a king. God damn it.
That's why they
King of
don't
the
mention.
village, man.
No, it's Crunk. It's Crunk. Crunk would be the prince.
Crunk.
Anywho.
Yeah, you just see,
Right.
and you literally just see him holding that goddamn car
Hold on,
with
no,
that
no.
weird ass
Here-
grin on his face.
No, Pacha is a king, and his damn wife is a damn queen.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Amen to that. On that note,
So-
ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you all next time for when we actually. Well, we're not quite done with Ursula just yet.
But the finale of her story arc is fast approaching, with or without Prince Eric. Take
We
care.
shall slay one poor unfortunate soul.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Let's not wait until the next family reunion to carry on that tangent.